Imagine a life not just lived, but designed. A life where your mornings aren't dictated by the urgency of a clock or the demands of a boss, but by the quiet unfolding of your own purpose. You wake up, and your financial freedom isn't a distant dream, but a living, breathing reality, working tirelessly in the background without your constant effort. Most people chase money. They trade precious hours of their finite existence for a paycheck, only to find themselves perpetually bound to the treadmill of earning and spending. But there's a deeper truth, a fundamental shift in perspective that separates the perpetually busy from the truly free. It's the profound realization that the truest wealth isn't measured by what you possess, but by the hours of your life you reclaim. This isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter, once, with intention, to build structures that generate value long after your initial effort. It's about cultivating streams of autonomy that flow endlessly, transforming your time from a dwindling resource into an infinite advantage. If you've ever felt that quiet frustration, the nagging sense that something essential is missing despite your hard work, then this audiobook is your awakening. This is not about luck, nor about inheriting a fortune. This is about a conscious choice, a deliberate design. I'm here to guide you step by step, to unveil the principles that allow you to build wealth that not only sustains your life, but outlives your labor, granting you the ultimate currency, sovereign time. So, settle in, open your mind, and prepare to embark on a journey that will forever change how you perceive work, money, and your own boundless potential. Let's begin to architect your autonomy. Like this audiobook and subscribe for more life-changing audiobooks that teach you how to make money work forever. For years, I lived in what I now call the illusion of effort. Every morning, the alarm clock was a siren, pulling me into a day that felt less like living and more like a never-ending exchange, my time for someone else's profit. The paycheck arrived, a fleeting relief, only to be swallowed by bills, a testament to the fact that I was running in place. Sound familiar? That internal whisper, the one asking, "Is this all there is?" It's a collective frustration, an unspoken burden carried by millions who dutifully trade their most valuable, non-renewable resource, time, for a meager, temporary reward. This isn't to say hard work is bad. Effort is honorable, a fundamental building block of creation. But hard work, applied without leverage or intention, becomes a gilded cage. You see, the world doesn't exclusively reward exhaustion. It rewards results that continue producing value long after the effort has been made. Think about it. A singer records a song once, and it earns royalties for decades. An author writes a book, and every sale is a new income stream. A developer codes an app, and it generates revenue while they sleep. They all worked hard, yes, but they understood a different game. They understood the architecture of autonomy. The brutal truth is this: if your income ceases the moment you cease working, you are not free. You are, in essence, an asset for someone else's dream. Your schedule, your choices, your very freedom are owned by your job, your clients, or your bills. This isn't a judgment, it's an observation, and it's the critical juncture where your journey to true wealth begins. To build wealth that liberates you forever, you must detach your income from your physical presence. You must learn to build systems, not just perform tasks. You must create assets, not just labor. Let's unpack this mindset shift. Most of us are conditioned from childhood to think like an employee. We're taught to follow instructions, to excel at a specific role, and to expect payment directly proportionate to the hours we put in. The equation is simple. Hours worked equals money earned. But the architect of autonomy, the builder of lasting wealth, operates from a different paradigm. Their equation is work once, get paid forever. They don't just earn a living, they design a life. Consider the profound power of leverage. Leverage isn't just about using debt or other people's money. It's about maximizing the impact of your effort. It means doing more with less. It's using technology, systems, or even other people's skills to multiply the output of your own energy. It's why a business owner can generate income while exploring a remote island, while an hourly employee struggles to take a single sick day without financial repercussions. Leverage transforms your time from a finite commodity into an exponential advantage. The goal isn't to escape work entirely. It's to elevate your work to a strategic, rather than purely transactional, level. Every hour you invest in building an asset should eventually free you from hundreds of hours of future labor. So, how do you begin building what works without you? The first step is to redefine what constitutes income. It's not just the money that hits your bank account from your 9 to 5. Income is anything that puts money into your pocket, regardless of your active participation. This immediately leads us to the concept of assets. Assets are the engines, the silent partners, the digital blueprints, or the physical properties that generate cash flow or appreciate in value over time. You don't need a massive inheritance or a groundbreaking invention to start. The modern world has democratized access to asset creation. Digital products, for instance, are a phenomenal starting point. Think about an ebook, an online course, or even a piece of software. You invest the effort once to create it, and the internet, this vast, tireless network, sells it for you, potentially endlessly. The initial investment can be incredibly low, and the scalability is virtually limitless. The same principle applies to content-based assets, a YouTube channel, a podcast, a blog. With consistent effort and strategic value delivery, these platforms evolve into cash-generating ecosystems. The content you create today continues to attract an audience, generate ad revenue, or lead to product sales for months, even years. This is the ultimate form of working once and getting paid many times over. For those who gravitate towards tangible assets, real estate remains a timeless pathway to wealth. A well-chosen rental property, even a modest one, can provide monthly cash flow indefinitely. You don't need to begin with a sprawling mansion. Start small, perhaps with a single affordable property in a promising area. Utilize intelligent financing, manage it efficiently, and let tenants cover your mortgage while you build equity and watch its value appreciate. Over time, that single property can become the foundation for a growing portfolio, eventually allowing your rental income to eclipse your active job income. Here, the asset works, you oversee. The money flows, you control. Then there are financial assets, dividend-paying stocks, broad market index funds, bonds. These are the unsung heroes of passive income. They reward patience and consistency far more than speculative brilliance. Even small, regular contributions, consistently invested, can compound into substantial returns over time. Compounding isn't magic. It's the eighth wonder of the world, rewarding discipline and time. Every dollar wisely invested becomes your silent employee, working for you around the clock. The truly wealthy understand this implicitly. They don't chase fleeting, fast profits. They meticulously build slow, steady streams that, once established, never cease. Building assets requires a fundamental shift in identity. You must stop seeing yourself merely as a worker and start embracing the identity of a creator or a builder. Workers exchange their labor for a wage. Builders construct systems that generate value independently. The moment you shift your focus from passive consumption to active creation, you step across the invisible threshold between financial scarcity and abundant wealth. The average person consumes what the wealthy produce. The wealthy produce what the average person consumes. Ask yourself, sincerely, which side of that powerful equation do you truly desire to be on? Automation is the modern bedrock of wealth creation. Technology has leveled the playing field to an unprecedented degree. You no longer need a massive corporation, a sprawling team, or an immense capital investment to build income-producing systems. A laptop, a smartphone, and reliable internet access can now serve as your entire office, your factory, and your global distribution network. You can automate sales processes, streamline customer service, systematize marketing efforts, and process payments without lifting a finger. Repetitive tasks can be outsourced, allowing you to dedicate your precious time to strategic thinking and innovative creation. Each automated system you build becomes a digital asset, a piece of invisible infrastructure that reliably generates income without demanding your constant, direct attention. Beyond physical and digital property, you must cultivate an appreciation for intellectual property. In the burgeoning new economy, ideas often yield greater returns than sheer effort. When you create something of unique value, a distinctive design, a compelling brand story, a proprietary process, a unique methodology, you essentially own a piece of intellectual real estate. This can continue to pay you indefinitely. Observe the trajectories of successful authors, visionary musicians, ingenious software developers, or influential online educators. They pour their effort into creating something once, and they are compensated every time that creation is consumed, utilized, or shared. The modern world provides an unparalleled canvas for you to replicate this powerful model within your own field, irrespective of your background or current income. To build assets that function without your continuous active involvement, discipline is not merely beneficial, it is non-negotiable. The initial phases are almost always more challenging than they appear. It can take months, sometimes even years, to establish passive income streams substantial enough to replace your active earnings. But once these systems are firmly in place, they acquire an almost unstoppable momentum. The most common error people commit is abandoning their efforts prematurely, just before the magic of compounding truly begins to take hold. They expect immediate gratification from a process intrinsically designed for delayed, exponential rewards. You must cultivate patience as your most formidable ally. Construct your initial assets with care, then continually refine, improve, and allow the relentless force of time to amplify your initial efforts beyond anything you could achieve through brute force alone. And critically, never underestimate the transformative power of reinvesting your profits. When your initial asset begins to generate income, resist the temptation to immediately spend it all. Instead, consciously redirect a significant portion to build yet another asset. This is the genesis of exponential growth. One income stream, carefully nurtured, gives rise to two expand into four. And before you fully grasp the magnitude of what you've achieved, your wealth will no longer be dependent on your direct labor. You will have transitioned into operating on leverage, the quiet, secret language of the financially free. Money, in this paradigm, flows effortlessly to those who build systems designed to attract and multiply it. The emotional freedom that accompanies having assets diligently working for you is truly immeasurable. You awaken each day with a profound sense of sovereignty, knowing that the trajectory of your life is no longer dictated by someone else's clock or agenda. You possess the genuine power to choose how to allocate your hours, where to live, what creative endeavors to pursue. Your time, finally, belongs unequivocally to you. This, my friends, is the true essence of wealth. This is what every human being unconsciously pursues when they declare their desire for more money. They yearn for the power to govern their own time, for the serenity that only genuine autonomy can provide. But remember, with freedom comes responsibility. Once you are no longer constrained by the necessity of trading time for money, you must manage the empire you've built with profound wisdom and strategic foresight. You must diligently protect your assets, systematically diversify your portfolio, and cultivate a lifelong commitment to learning. Never fall into the trap of assuming the game is over. The world is a dynamic, ever-evolving entity. Markets shift with unpredictable currents, technological landscapes morph overnight, and economic paradigms are in constant flux. The assets that are destined to pay you forever are precisely those you continuously adapt, diligently nurture, and strategically improve. Build with an unwavering focus on longevity, not merely fleeting, short-term gratification. Building what works without your constant direct presence isn't about escaping work altogether or embracing idleness. It's about a profound elevation of your role, shifting from a mere worker within the machine to the visionary designer and architect of the machine itself. You are no longer toiling inside the gears. You are the ingenious mind engineering the entire mechanism. This paradigm shift confers an entirely different stratum of control, a deeper sense of confidence, and an unparalleled clarity of purpose. The fundamental difference between diligently working for money and intelligently structuring your life to have money diligently work for you is not merely financial. It is, perhaps even more significantly, a profound psychological transformation. It reshapes how you think, it redefines how you act, and it fundamentally alters how you perceive the world and your place within it. The old adage, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die, is not a dramatic exaggeration. It is a stark, unvarnished description of the fundamental rule of survival in the financial ecosystem. Those who meticulously construct systems are destined to outlive the necessity of their own manual labor. Conversely, those who rely exclusively on sheer effort will inevitably face burnout and perpetual constraint. Therefore, your imperative is clear: build systems that possess the capacity to outlast you. Construct assets that continue their diligent work even as you rest, machines that generate income not simply because you toiled today, but because you acted with profound wisdom and foresight yesterday. For years, I mistook price for value. Like so many, I equated success with outward appearance: the shinier car, the designer label, the sprawling house. I was chasing trophies, believing they were evidence of prosperity, only to find myself in a constant financial tug-of-war. This is a trap that ensnares countless hard-working individuals, keeping them perpetually on the hamster wheel, regardless of their respectable salaries. It's a fundamental misunderstanding of the true north of value. The foundational law of lasting wealth is elegantly simple, yet profoundly ignored by the majority. Know the difference between what feeds you and what bleeds you. Every dollar you acquire is, in essence, a tiny seed. You can either consume that seed for momentary gratification, or you can plant it wisely, allowing it to grow and multiply, yielding an abundant harvest for your future. An asset, in its purest definition, is anything that puts money into your pocket. A liability, conversely, is anything that takes money out. This truth is so straightforward, it almost sounds simplistic, yet most people unwittingly accumulate liabilities they mistakenly believe are assets. They pursue luxurious vehicles on credit, extravagant homes with crushing mortgages, and an endless array of subscriptions they barely utilize. These are not symbols of success, they are financial black holes masquerading as trophies. The truly wealthy comprehend that genuine power resides in ownership. Not just any ownership, but the ownership of income-generating assets that diligently produce cash flow, even when they are not actively engaged. The unfortunate reality is that authentic financial literacy is rarely imparted in traditional educational settings. We are, by and large, trained to be proficient workers, not astute wealth builders. The prevailing system inherently rewards conformity and adherence to established instructions, rather than independent inquiry and strategic questioning. To construct authentic wealth, you must proactively reprogram your own thought processes. Before making any significant purchase, cultivate the habit of asking yourself one profoundly clarifying question: does this put money into my pocket, or does it take money out? If the answer is the latter, and it doesn't demonstrably create future income or value, then it is unequivocally a liability, regardless of how opulent or desirable it may appear. That expansive house burdened with a massive mortgage, a liability. That sleek, new car acquired through a long-term loan, a liability. That forgotten subscription service draining your account monthly, a liability. But a well-chosen rental property consistently generating monthly cash flow, an asset. a meticulously crafted digital product selling online while you sleep. An asset, a portfolio of dividend-paying stocks that reliably deposit cash into your account each quarter. An asset. The distinction is paramount. The pathway to genuine financial freedom begins with radical awareness. You cannot rectify what you refuse to acknowledge or perceive. Therefore, you must meticulously scrutinize your cash flow with the precision and diligence of a surgeon examining a vital heartbeat. Every single expense, every recurring subscription, every individual purchase is either actively fueling your financial engine or subtly impeding its progress. Tragically, the majority of people never undertake this kind of rigorous financial audit. They live impulsively rather than intentionally, unwittingly enslaved by the pervasive currents of consumer culture. Advertising incessantly bombards us with messages that conflate temporary comfort with genuine happiness and equate unbridled spending with tangible success. Yet, every instance you acquire something you do not genuinely need, you are, in essence, bartering a sliver of your future freedom for a fleeting, ephemeral moment of satisfaction. The wealthy, on the other hand, approach spending with a surgical level of strategy. They perceive money not as a means for immediate emotional gratification, but as a potent tool for exponential multiplication. The journey of building lasting wealth rarely commences with a colossal paycheck. Instead, it originates with a series of small, consistently intelligent decisions. Even with a modest income, you possess the power to initiate the creation of assets that will pay you indefinitely. Begin with something deceptively simple. Establish a high-yield savings account or strategically invest in low-cost index funds that are designed to compound relentlessly over extended periods. Educate yourself about real estate investment trusts, or REIT, which offer an accessible avenue to invest in property with a comparatively minimal capital outlay. Dive into the realm of digital assets, a meticulously developed YouTube channel, an impactful online course, a thoughtfully curated blog, or a compelling ebook. These represent the contemporary manifestations of ownership readily accessible to anyone possessing genuine commitment and a spark of creativity. Remember this fundamental truth: wealth is not primarily about the sheer volume of your resources. It is profoundly about your resourcefulness. The middle class frequently remains ensnared in financial limitations because they erroneously believe that wealth is intrinsically tied to the amount of money they earn. This is a profound misconception. True wealth, the kind that underpins genuine freedom, is accurately measured by how long you could comfortably sustain your current lifestyle if your active income were to abruptly cease today. That, my friends, is the true definition of freedom: absolute time independence. Assets proactively purchase you time, expanding your personal sovereignty. Liabilities, conversely, insidiously steal it, eroding your autonomy. When your money begins to actively earn for you, when your carefully cultivated investments reliably produce income even as you rest, you transcend the identity of a mere worker. You become an owner. You transition from a precarious state of survival to a powerful position of sovereignty. Financial intelligence serves as the indispensable bridge spanning the chasm between poverty and wealth. It empowers you to perceive beyond superficial values, Consider two individuals acquiring the exact same automobile. One may purchase it primarily as a conspicuous status symbol, an emblem of outward success. The other might acquire it as a strategic business tool, leveraging it to generate income through rental services or ride-sharing platforms. The physical object remains identical, yet its intended purpose unequivocally dictates whether it functions as an asset or a liability. Astute individuals often employ what appear to be liabilities as stepping stones to construct more assets. They skillfully leverage existing possessions or circumstances to cultivate greater ownership. This strategic allocation, rather than mere increased spending, is precisely why the rich invariably get richer. The fundamental divergence between financial enslavement and financial emancipation is not a matter of capricious luck. It is, irrevocably, a matter of financial literacy. The precise moment you truly grasp the dynamic principles of cash flow, your perception of the world undergoes a profound transformation. You come to the startling realization that your job, however secure it may seem, is fundamentally temporary. Assets, on the other hand, possess the potential for enduring permanence. You instinctively begin to quantify success not by the possessions you own, but by the tangible entities that inherently own themselves. An employee earns a discrete payment for each hour of labor. An astute investor, however, earns income every hour of every day, whether awake or asleep. The ultimate objective is to meticulously construct a robust portfolio of diverse income streams that can fully sustain your desired lifestyle without requiring your ceaseless, active exertion. Many people lament that they simply cannot afford to invest. Yet, the more salient truth is that they absolutely cannot afford not to . Every dollar that passes through your hands is presented with a binary choice. It is either consumed for fleeting pleasure or compounded for enduring growth. When you strategically invest in something with inherent growth potential, be it stocks, real estate, or even your own personal development and education, that dollar initiates a tireless journey of working on your behalf. Conversely, when you squander it on ephemeral satisfactions, it vanishes permanently, offering no future return. Cultivate the invaluable habit of delaying gratification. The profound, enduring pleasure derived from accumulated wealth far surpasses the fleeting thrill of impulsive spending. A truly sagacious strategy, accessible to virtually anyone, even those navigating a modest income, is to rigorously adhere to a remarkably simple formula: earn, save, invest, repeat. Consciously allocate a predefined percentage of every single paycheck to assets that are designed to appreciate or generate income over time. Begin modestly, perhaps with 10%, and incrementally increase this percentage as your income naturally grows. Crucially, automate your investments. This strategic automation serves to replace capricious emotion with unwavering discipline. The more you successfully extricate raw emotion from your financial decision-making, the more rapidly your wealth will compound. Resolutely avoid the deceptive illusion of wealth frequently created by excessive debt. Just because a purchase can be financed does not, by any stretch of the imagination, signify that you can genuinely afford it. Debt incurred for consumption is a financial toxin. Conversely, debt strategically deployed for investment purposes can be a powerful form of leverage. However, wield this tool with extreme caution and only in situations where it demonstrably multiplies your income, never when it merely inflates your lifestyle. The profound act of owning assets fundamentally alters your worldview. You cease the futile chase for money and instead commence the deliberate process of creating it. You liberate yourself from the incessant need to work for every single dollar and instead empower every dollar to tirelessly work for you. This paradigm shift is not rooted in avarice, it is deeply rooted in the pursuit of freedom. Wealth, in its truest form, is not about lavish luxury. It is profoundly about control. When the income generated by your assets comprehensively covers your living expenses, you reclaim dominion over your life. You gain the invaluable gift of time to contemplate, to innovate, to serve others, to engage in continuous personal growth. This, undeniably, is the quintessential essence of financial independence. To truly master this immutable law, you must meticulously train your perception to see beyond mere price tags and instead focus with unwavering clarity on intrinsic value. Price is merely what you tender. Value, far more significantly, is what you unequivocally gain. Every asset you acquire should possess the capacity to either produce income, appreciate in value, or strategically protect your existing wealth. Conversely, every liability must be subjected to rigorous scrutiny and questioned relentlessly. Before any acquisition, pose this critical question to yourself: will this decision genuinely fuel my long-term growth and expansion, or will it merely satiate a fleeting, short-term ego? The vast majority of people, sadly, consistently choose to feed their ego. The financially astute, however, consistently choose to nourish their portfolio. A comprehensive understanding of the intricate interplay between assets and liabilities is not merely a dry accounting lesson. It is a profound philosophical framework. It is the mental architecture that distinctly differentiates the perpetually self-employed from the genuinely financially free. Once this principle is deeply internalized, you will never perceive money in the same superficial manner again. You will begin to discern opportunities in every corner, in dynamic markets, in nascent ideas, in nascent systems. You will come to appreciate the profound truth that money, in its essence, is abundant, but the discipline required to harness it is exceedingly rare. You do not require an advanced financial degree to achieve wealth. You require acute awareness, unwavering patience, and consistent repetition of sound principles. Cultivate the skill of interpreting financial statements with the same proficiency you would employ to navigate a detailed map. Diligently track your cash flow. Maintain an intimate knowledge of your net worth. Accord respect to your money, and in turn, it will reciprocate that respect by multiplying and serving you. Every single asset you painstakingly construct, irrespective of its initial modest scale, represents a powerful seed that holds the promise of blossoming into profound financial security. Plant these seeds early, provide them with consistent nurturing, and never, under any circumstance, cease the relentless pursuit of learning and growth. Remember this indelible truth: the financially struggling often acquire liabilities. The middle class frequently acquires liabilities they mistakenly categorize as assets. And the truly wealthy acquire assets that, in turn, acquire even more assets. The choice of which group you belong to is entirely yours to make. Genuine wealth is not quantified by the magnitude of your spending, but by the enduring capacity of your assets to sustain your desired lifestyle indefinitely, without the continuous injection of new, active income. The ultimate objective is not to be condemned to work forever. It is to diligently construct something that possesses the inherent power to work for you forever. There's a pervasive myth, a silent killer of dreams, that insists you need a fortune to build a fortune. It whispers, "I'll start investing when I have more money," or "I can't build assets because my income is too low." I once believed this lie. It kept me paralyzed, waiting for some mythical perfect moment that, of course, never arrived. But here's the liberating truth. Wealth creation has almost nothing to do with your current income level and absolutely everything to do with your decisions, your consistency, and your courage. You don't have to be rich to start, but you absolutely have to start to be rich. The real problem isn't a lack of resources, it's a lack of resourcefulness. The truly wealthy aren't necessarily born with more money. They are born with a different kind of decision-making faculty, a resolute commitment to act, to create, to invest, and to harness the exponential power of compounding. If you find yourself waiting for the perfect time, understand this: it will never arrive. The perfect time was 20 years ago. The second best time is unequivocally now. Your current income, no matter how modest, is not your prison, it is your seed. The pivotal question is, are you using that seed merely for day-to-day survival, or are you strategically planting it to cultivate a future harvest? Even with a limited salary, you possess the capacity to begin building income-generating assets. The fundamental game of wealth is not about the sheer volume you earn. It is profoundly about how intelligently you manage and strategically multiply what you already possess. Begin by orchestrating a profound mindset shift. Cease perceiving money primarily as something to be immediately spent. Instead, embrace the perspective of money as a powerful tool to be strategically deployed. Every dollar that enters your possession is akin to a diligent employee. You can either spend it, thereby losing its potential forever, or you can conscientiously put it to work, allowing it to attract more friends, more dollars back into your financial ecosystem. Start small, yes, but think expansively with an unwavering long-term vision. Genuine wealth is not forged through miraculous giant leaps. It is meticulously constructed through a series of small, disciplined steps, consistently repeated with unshakable faith and unwavering patience. Initiate your journey by constructing low-cost assets that intuitively align with your existing skills and abilities. Do you possess a creative flair? Translate that into a digital product, an engaging ebook, a comprehensive online course, or a versatile design template. Do you have a spare room in your home? Consider listing it for rent or short-term stays, transforming it into an income-generating asset. Do you possess specialized knowledge in a particular field? Launch a YouTube channel, establish an insightful blog, or offer an online service. Each of these endeavors, no matter how humble their beginnings, represents a potent seed with the potential to blossom into a resilient tree, consistently producing fruit for many years to come. The Internet, a truly revolutionary force, has profoundly democratized opportunity. You no longer require external permission nor an immense capital investment to commence building assets. What you absolutely require is unwavering commitment. For individuals with an average income, the most effective approach is to begin with simple, empirically proven steps. Automate your savings with unwavering consistency. Every single month, ensure that a predefined, small percentage of your income is automatically transferred directly into a dedicated investment account before you even have the opportunity to physically access or spend it. Treat this automatic transfer as an absolutely non-negotiable bill. Subsequently, strategically deploy that money into assets that possess the inherent capacity to appreciate or reliably produce cash flow. This could involve broad market index funds, stable dividend stocks, or even innovative real estate crowdfunding platforms that facilitate fractional ownership. Even a modest sum, such as $10 or $20 consistently invested each week, possesses the incredible potential to compound into something truly substantial thanks to the exponential power of compounding. Compounding, I assure you, is not a mystical phenomenon, it is an undeniable mathematical principle. It consistently rewards the virtues of time and discipline with breathtaking returns. Every meticulously reinvested dividend, every small, consistent contribution inexorably accumulates, gradually transforming into something far greater than the sum of its parts. The pervasive problem is not that individuals lack the innate capacity to build wealth. The more accurate problem is that they prematurely abandon their efforts. They quit too soon, just as the exponential growth is about to take hold. If your starting point is absolute zero, prioritize the construction of assets that primarily demand your time and ingenuity rather than significant financial capital. The digital landscape is overflowing with abundant opportunities to transmute knowledge and skill into tangible income. Consider writing informative articles, meticulously designing digital products, strategically cultivating a personal brand, or creating engaging content that generates revenue through advertising or affiliate marketing. These are all potent digital assets that demand sweat equity, your intellectual and creative effort, rather than a substantial capital outlay. They do require time to mature and flourish, but once firmly established, they possess the remarkable ability to compensate you continuously, long after the initial creation. A single impactful video, a singular, valuable digital product, or a compelling piece of online content can generate income for many years subsequent to its creation. This, my friends, is the profound power of leverage. You exert effort once, and you are compensated multiple times. Many individuals regrettably underestimate the transformative power of a well-chosen side hustle. They mistakenly perceive small, supplementary endeavors as mere distractions from their primary focus. However, the side hustle possesses the extraordinary potential to become your very first authentic asset. A diligently offered freelance service, a thoughtfully curated digital storefront, or a nimble e-commerce venture can all organically evolve into robust, automated income streams. The critical distinction lies in treating these ventures as legitimate businesses, not merely as fleeting hobbies. Meticulously track your revenue, systematically reinvest your profits, and continuously refine and improve your underlying systems. Once your side hustle reliably generates consistent income, strategically redeploy that income to acquire more conventional financial assets. This, fundamentally, is how ordinary individuals ingeniously construct a bridge, carefully spanning the gap from active income dependence to the liberating realm of passive income. This is the pathway through which ordinary individuals achieve extraordinary financial autonomy. The concept of real estate might initially appear utterly unreachable for someone with a modest income. However, contemporary technology has remarkably democratized its accessibility. You can now acquire fractional shares in real estate through a myriad of online platforms, often with an initial investment as minimal as $50 or $100. Furthermore, you can proactively generate income from your existing home by renting out a spare room or strategically utilizing a portion of it as an income-generating tool. The overarching principle remains elegantly simple: conscientiously own things that consistently pay you. This could manifest as physical property, innovative digital products, valuable intellectual property, or carefully selected financial investments. Each such acquisition systematically adds a new, robust income stream, inexorably propelling you closer to the ultimate destination of financial independence. Your most formidable adversary on this transformative journey is often your own hesitation. The majority of people reflexively utter, "I'll start when I earn more money." Yet, with a cruel irony, when their income inevitably increases, they often succumb to the insidious trap of lifestyle inflation, opting to escalate their expenses rather than strategically accumulate assets. Lifestyle inflation is the silent, insidious assassin of nascent wealth. The profound secret to sustainable wealth building is to consciously and consistently live below your actual means. Diligently invest the surplus, meticulously building your asset base before you precipitously upgrade your lifestyle. Consciously delay immediate gratification today to definitively secure an expansive and liberating freedom tomorrow. Discipline, it must be reiterated, is the unwavering bridge that connects your loftiest dreams to tangible reality. If you cultivate the profound ability to master your own impulses, you possess the innate power to master and shape your entire future. Building assets you can genuinely afford inherently demands mastering financial intelligence. Internalize the fundamental distinction between assets and liabilities. An asset actively deposits money into your pocket. A liability systematically extracts it. Your personal automobile, unless it is actively generating income for you, is emphatically not an asset. It is, unequivocally, an expense. Your smartphone, unless it is being strategically utilized to construct tangible digital value, is not an asset. It is, primarily, a tool for consumption or entertainment. Your ultimate objective is to meticulously populate your life with entities that reliably compensate you, rather than with entities that systematically drain your financial resources. Once this profound concept is truly grasped, you will begin to perceive a kaleidoscope of opportunities in every direction. Every acquired skill, every cultivated connection, every piece of hard-won knowledge can be transformatively converted into a valuable asset, provided you cultivate the correct, proactive mindset. Understand this immutable truth: genuine wealth is not serendipitously created by chance or fleeting luck. It is meticulously and deliberately created by design. You must make a conscious decision regarding the specific types of assets that optimally align with your current resources, and then, with unwavering resolve, commence building from that precise starting point. If your current capacity only permits you to save a mere $10 per week, then that is precisely where you begin. A consistent $10 invested with unwavering regularity is demonstrably more potent than a hypothetical $1,000 you perpetually fail to commit. If you can create a single, valuable online product, then create it. If you possess the ability to articulate a single, insightful lesson, then record it and offer it for sale. Every single action, no matter how seemingly insignificant, possesses immense cumulative power. The truly wealthy are not differentiated by superior intelligence. Their distinct advantage lies in their superior execution. They consistently undertake small, deliberate steps day after day, while others remain ensnared in hesitation, endless planning, and mere dreaming. Never, under any circumstances, underestimate the profound, compounding power of time. Time is your most formidable and unwavering ally in the arduous yet rewarding process of building assets. Every moment you needlessly delay, you forfeit an invaluable increment of potential growth. Conversely, every moment you proactively act, you gain invaluable momentum. Enduring wealth is meticulously constructed through the steadfast virtues of patience and unwavering persistence. When you conscientiously plant financial seeds today, they undergo a silent, yet powerful, compounding process in the background as you continue to live your life. One day, you will awaken to the astonishing realization that your cultivated assets are diligently earning money without you having to lift a single finger. This is not a fanciful delusion. This is the tangible reality realized by disciplined, consistent builders. Start precisely where you are. If your current financial situation is precarious, begin with the abundant, free education readily available. Immerse yourself in books, listen to insightful podcasts, and exploit the wealth of online resources. Knowledge itself is an invaluable asset, for it confers upon you the potent capacity to act with wisdom and strategic foresight. If you possess a modest income, cultivate rigorous habits of saving and investing. If you possess valuable skills, proactively transform them into marketable digital or service-based products. Irrespective of your starting point, what truly matters is the unequivocal act of beginning. The individual who commences with scant resources but maintains unwavering consistency will invariably outpace the individual who perpetually idles, awaiting illusory perfect conditions. You possess the inherent capacity to build assets that seamlessly integrate into your life today, assets that are simple, scalable, and genuinely affordable. The sole non-negotiable requirement is unflinching consistency. Construct one modest income stream, then diligently construct another and yet another. Reinvest your burgeoning profits, meticulously automate your processes, and fiercely protect the structures you painstakingly build. In due course, your diligently cultivated assets will begin to autonomously finance your lifestyle, underwrite your aspirations, and transform your most cherished dreams into tangible realities. This, precisely, is the genesis of genuine financial independence. It does not commence with a colossal inheritance or a stroke of fortuitous luck, but rather with a multitude of small intentional steps meticulously undertaken on a daily basis. You are not required to be rich to embark on this journey, but you are absolutely required to embark on it to attain wealth. The sooner you decisively act, the sooner your diligently constructed assets will commence their tireless work on your behalf. Wealth is not some esoteric secret guarded by a privileged few. It is fundamentally a meticulously orchestrated series of conscious choices. Resolve, here and now, to be the individual who actively builds rather than the individual who passively waits. Resolve to wield your money as a potent tool rather than permitting it to exert dominion over you. Resolve to create something of enduring value, something that will powerfully outlast the fleeting relevance of your next paycheck. When you take that decisive first step, no matter how ostensibly small, you unequivocally cross the invisible yet profound line that separates the dreamers from the doers. From that pivotal moment onward, every exertion, every strategic investment, every single dollar you deploy becomes an indispensable building block in the magnificent edifice of your burgeoning freedom. This, precisely, is the alchemical process through which ordinary individuals forge extraordinary wealth. This, unequivocally, is how you construct assets that will pay you forever. Within every single person lies an inherent reservoir of untapped wealth, a unique confluence of skills, experiences, and accumulated knowledge that no one can ever truly steal or replicate. These are, ironically, the most undervalued and underutilized assets in the world. Yet, within them resides the profound potential to generate a lifetime of sustained income. You don't need to construct a sprawling factory or secure a colossal investment to commence building wealth. What you fundamentally require is the acute insight to recognize that your innate capacity to solve problems, to create tangible value, and to deliver demonstrable results can be deliberately transformed into substantial financial power. The marketplace, in its immutable wisdom, consistently rewards those who can efficiently and consistently solve specific, identifiable problems for others. The sooner you master the art of effectively packaging what you instinctively know, the sooner you will embark on the journey of building assets that will reliably pay you forever. Your unique skills are, without question, your most potent currency. Every job you've held, every project you've successfully navigated, every challenge you've overcome has, in its essence, equipped you with invaluable lessons and insights that countless others are still ardently striving to acquire. You might mistakenly believe that your specific knowledge is commonplace, ordinary, perhaps even unremarkable. But I challenge you to reconsider. What feels entirely normal and intuitive to you holds immense, often unrecognized, value for someone else. The crucial breakthrough lies in the ability to translate that internal knowledge into a marketable product, a valuable service, or a scalable platform that can function and generate value autonomously, extending far beyond the confines of your direct, physical effort. When you meticulously externalize the wisdom residing within your mind and transform it into something tangible and accessible that exists online, you exponentially multiply your income potential to an almost infinite degree. This transformative process commences with a heightened sense of self-awareness. You must diligently identify what you are genuinely adept at, moving beyond merely what you were instructed to do or what your current job title dictates. Perhaps your strengths lie in meticulous organization, impactful teaching, compelling writing, or a deep intuitive understanding of complex systems. Maybe you excel in the nuanced arts of communication, persuasive negotiation, or captivating storytelling. Every single one of these innate abilities can be meticulously monetized in the vibrant ecosystem of the modern economy. We are currently living in an unprecedented era where authentic education is no longer solely confined to the rigid structures of traditional classrooms. Knowledge, in its purest form, has been profoundly decentralized, and individuals are unequivocally willing to invest financially in the pursuit of clarity, expert direction, and real-world experience. This fundamental shift implies that whatever unique knowledge you possess, particularly if it effectively addresses a prevalent pain point or solves a common problem, possesses the inherent potential to be transformed into a valuable asset. Initiate the journey by methodically packaging your expertise into a format that others can readily consume and utilize. If you possess a gift for teaching, meticulously design and launch a comprehensive digital course. If you are a talented designer, construct versatile templates or innovative digital products that can be sold repeatedly, generating recurring revenue. If you are a compelling communicator, establish a dynamic YouTube channel or a captivating podcast, diligently cultivating a loyal and engaged audience. If you excel as a problem solver, offer high-value consulting or personalized coaching sessions. Each of these deliberate actions serves to transform your individual skill set into a scalable system, one that can operate independently, thereby freeing you from the perpetual trap of exchanging your finite time for a fleeting monetary compensation. The inherent elegance of this approach lies in its remarkable scalability. Once meticulously constructed, your product or service possesses the extraordinary capacity to reach thousands, even millions, of individuals across the globe, generating income for you even as you sleep. The most pivotal shift you must intentionally make is to transition from an employee mindset to an asset builder mindset. Employees predominantly think in terms of earning per hour of labor. Builders, conversely, think in terms of earning per integrated system. When you consciously adopt the perspective of a builder, you instinctively ask yourself the transformative question, how can I meticulously create something once and then be compensated for its value indefinitely? This singular question fundamentally alters everything. You cease the futile chase for temporary paychecks and instead commence the deliberate construction of permanent, self-sustaining streams of income. The most resoundingly successful entrepreneurs, visionary content creators, and highly accomplished professionals all share this profound understanding. They ingeniously multiply their influence and income through strategic content creation, sophisticated automation, and astute delegation. They no longer exclusively sell their raw effort. Instead, they sell tangible, transformative results. The diligent construction of a robust personal brand stands as the unequivocal cornerstone of this entire transformation. In a world saturated with incessant noise, authentic credibility and genuine trust are utterly priceless commodities. People, fundamentally, do not merely purchase products or services. They invest in confidence, seek certainty, and are drawn to verifiable authority. When you consistently demonstrate your expertise, generously share valuable insights, and proactively solve problems for others in a public forum, your name becomes an indelible seal of trust and value. A strong, authentic, personal brand functions like an immensely powerful magnet. It effortlessly attracts ideal clients, synergistic partnerships, and lucrative opportunities without you having to relentlessly pursue them. It organically evolves into an income-producing asset that continues to compensate you generously long after your initial investment of effort. To meticulously construct your brand, you must unequivocally articulate your unique value proposition. Begin by sharing your authentic story. Allow people to genuinely connect with who you are, what invaluable lessons you've absorbed, and precisely how you possess the capacity to genuinely assist them. People, by their very nature, resonate with authenticity far more deeply than with manufactured perfection. Consistently publish valuable insights. Create a consistent stream of high-quality, free content that diligently builds trust and unmistakably demonstrates your expertise. Actively share compelling testimonials and verifiable results from those you've helped. Over time, this cumulative effort will meticulously establish your credibility, and that hard-won credibility will, in turn, organically convert into sales, lucrative contracts, or transformative collaborations. Always remember, your meticulously cultivated reputation acts as a tireless, silent salesperson, diligently working on your behalf 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. One of the most profoundly effective avenues to monetize accumulated knowledge is through the burgeoning field of digital education. Online courses, exclusive membership communities, and specialized training programs have exploded into multi-billion-dollar industries precisely because individuals possess an insatiable hunger to learn from authentic, real-world experience, transcending mere theoretical constructs. If you have genuinely mastered a particular skill or body of knowledge, rest assured that countless others are willing to financially invest to learn from your unique perspective and guidance. Meticulously structure your lessons, record high-quality videos, or host interactive live sessions. Begin modestly, iteratively refine your offerings based on valuable feedback, and consistently improve over time. Each meticulously crafted course then transforms into a potent digital asset that holds the capacity to sell thousands of copies, demanding virtually zero additional effort from you after its initial creation. The very first sale might indeed require considerable effort, but every subsequent sale represents pure, unadulterated leverage. Freelancing, though often underestimated, represents another exceptionally powerful bridge connecting your innate skills to tangible asset creation. Many individuals regrettably dismiss freelancing as merely temporary work, but it stands as one of the swiftest and most direct pathways to convert your abilities into reliable income. Platforms such as Upwork, Fiverr, and LinkedIn have fundamentally transformed individual personal skills into global business opportunities. Begin by offering a specific service that unequivocally solves a clear, identifiable problem for clients. Diligently deliver excellence, assiduously gather compelling testimonials, and judiciously raise your prices as your expertise and demand grow. Over time, strategically hire others to assist you, meticulously automate repetitive processes, and organically evolve your solo freelance work into a streamlined, small agency. At this juncture, you will have consciously transitioned from the role of a worker to the empowering role of an owner. This, precisely, is the profound power inherent in skill monetization. Consulting and coaching represent even higher echelons of this fundamental principle. Instead of merely selling your time, you are, in essence, selling your unique perspective, your distilled wisdom. You provide invaluable clarity, crucial accountability, and transformative insights to individuals or organizations in dire need. When you successfully position yourself as an unimpeachable, trusted authority in your niche, your perceived value multiplies exponentially. A single hour of strategic consulting can often generate more income than an entire week of conventional labor, precisely because you are no longer being compensated solely for your time. You are being compensated for your profound wisdom. And when you meticulously document your proven frameworks, methodologies, and lessons, they organically transform into teachable systems that can, in turn, be converted into lucrative courses or impactful books, further broadening and extending your multiple income streams. To achieve profound success in this endeavor, you must consistently treat your skills with the seriousness and strategic foresight typically reserved for a legitimate business. This necessitates meticulous planning, astute pricing strategies, and aggressive, yet ethical, promotion. Establish crystal clear goals for your desired growth trajectory. Consciously invest in the tools, technologies, and ongoing education that demonstrably enhance your capabilities. Construct professional systems, such as a compelling website, a robust email list, and sophisticated automation tools. Diligently learn the intricacies of effectively marketing your services, proficiently managing your finances, and confidently negotiating terms. The more professional and structured your approach, the more scalable and sustainable your results will invariably become. The world, it must be noted, does not exclusively remunerate the most innately talented. It consistently rewards the most visible, the most consistent, and the most strategically positioned. Another indispensable key to systematically building assets from your skills is meticulous diversification. Never, under any circumstances, allow yourself to become entirely reliant on a singular source of income. Once your initial product or service achieves a stable footing and consistent revenue, strategically expand your offerings. If you possess a successful online course, endeavor to create a complementary book. If you operate a thriving consulting practice, consider building an exclusive membership or subscription model. Ingeniously utilize your core content to nourish and fortify multiple income streams, be it video, audio, written articles, or interactive live sessions. This proactive approach guarantees that you are never precariously dependent on a single platform, a single market, or a singular revenue channel. A diversified portfolio of assets serves as a powerful shield, diligently protecting you from the inevitable winds of financial instability. Always remember, value profoundly attracts value. The more individuals you genuinely assist, the more substantial income you will organically generate. Maintain an unwavering focus on authentically solving real-world problems and consistently delivering tangible, measurable outcomes. Every heartfelt testimonial, every genuine success story becomes a potent piece of social proof that powerfully amplifies your brand and influence. As your sphere of influence inexorably expands, you gain the leverage to command higher compensation, effectively reach wider audiences, and strategically reinvest in superior tools and more sophisticated systems. What initially commenced as a deeply personal skill gradually transforms into a scalable, self-sustaining empire. Continuous education and relentless self-improvement must remain absolutely central to your ongoing journey. The world is evolving at an unprecedented, dizzying pace, and skills that hold immense value today may, with surprising swiftness, become obsolete tomorrow. Cultivate an insatiable curiosity, commit to lifelong learning, and maintain an unwavering adaptability. Immerse yourself in books, enroll in pertinent courses, actively attend industry events, and conscientiously surround yourself with individuals who consistently challenge your conventional thinking. Your income, by a general rule, rarely surpasses your personal level of growth. The more you personally evolve and expand your capacities, the more inherently valuable your knowledge becomes. And with that continuous growth, your inherent ability to build and exponentially expand your assets multiplies accordingly. In this transformative digital age, genuine opportunity is ubiquitous. However, it is exclusively those who decisively act who are able to capture it. Cease the unproductive waiting for an elusive perfect timing or the granting of external permission. Begin building here and now. The requisite tools are now remarkably accessible to virtually everyone. The Internet, the pervasive reach of social media, the accelerating capabilities of artificial intelligence, and the omnipresence of automation have collectively democratized the process of wealth creation to an unprecedented degree. You possess the power to build a global presence directly from your smartphone, reach millions of potential customers, and scale your operations with virtually no upfront cost. The only remaining barrier is, quite often, your own mindset. If you consciously choose to think small, your earning potential will inevitably remain small. Embrace the mindset of an asset builder, not a mere worker. The truth, in its elegant simplicity, is this: your mind is without doubt the most formidable factory of wealth known to humanity. Ideas represent the raw, unrefined materials, and diligent execution is the powerful engine of production. Each individual skill, once meticulously refined and strategically marketed, evolves into a valuable product. Each product, once consistently and repeatedly sold, transforms into a robust asset, and each such asset, once intelligently and proactively scaled, finally liberates you into a state of profound financial freedom. This is not mere theoretical speculation. This is a tangible reality, unequivocally proven by millions of visionary creators, intrepid entrepreneurs, and seasoned experts who commenced their journeys with nothing more than raw skill and an indomitable determination. You do not require external permission to begin. You do not require massive capital or a network of influential connections. You solely require unwavering commitment, a spark of creative ingenuity, and relentless persistence. Meticulously package your accumulated knowledge, strategically monetize your hard-won experience, diligently construct your personal brand, intelligently automate your nascent systems, and fiercely protect and systematically reinvest your burgeoning profits. When you conscientiously adhere to this powerful pathway, your cultivated skills will organically transform into your most diligent employees, and your discerning mind will, without question, become your enduring empire. Your unique skill set is your most potent and invaluable currency. Utilize it wisely, multiply its inherent value, and never, under any circumstance, cease its continuous refinement and improvement. The precise moment you successfully transmute what you instinctively know into something that diligently works for you, you are no longer merely earning an income. You are unequivocally building something of lasting significance, and this, precisely, is how you create assets that will pay you forever. Real assets are the bedrock, the unwavering foundation of enduring wealth. They are not ephemeral numbers flickering on a screen or fragile promises scribbled on paper. They are tangible, inherently resilient, and possess an undeniable permanence. Property, physical gold, and meticulously selected dividend-paying stocks have, over generations, amassed more genuine wealth for ordinary individuals than any fleeting, quick-fix scheme could ever hope to deliver. These are the assets that operate silently, diligently in the background, steadily growing, powerfully compounding, and consistently compensating you, regardless of whether the broader economy is robustly thriving or valiantly struggling. You are not required to be already wealthy to acquire real assets. You simply need to grasp their intrinsic value and strategically commence their acquisition early in your financial journey. The most profound error countless individuals make is harboring the misguided belief that real assets are exclusively the domain of the already affluent. The undeniable truth, however, is that the wealthy became wealthy precisely because they possessed a profound understanding of the power of real assets. They strategically invested in land when others hesitated in doubt. They astutely purchased shares in companies that reliably compensated them with consistent dividends. They tenaciously owned physical gold when others questioned its enduring worth. Genuine wealth, let me assure you, is meticulously constructed through judicious ownership, not through speculative gambling. Real estate has, throughout recorded history, served as the immutable cornerstone of wealth creation. It is a physical, inherently scarce commodity that fundamentally serves needs that will never dissipate: shelter, functional space, and strategic location. Unlike volatile paper assets that possess the capacity to vanish overnight, land and physical property inherently retain intrinsic value, often appreciating steadily over time. A well-chosen property does not merely lay dormant. It actively produces reliable rental income, appreciates in market value, and can be judiciously leveraged as collateral for further strategic investments. You can, unequivocally, commence your journey into real estate even with modest financial means. In the contemporary financial landscape, you are no longer constrained to purchasing entire buildings or vast tracts of land. Through the innovation of real estate investment trusts, or REIT, and various fractional property investing platforms, you possess the unprecedented ability to own a slice of income-producing real estate without requiring millions in your bank account. The paramount key here is unwavering consistency. Consistently set aside a manageable sum each month, invest it with strategic foresight, and patiently allow the inexorable force of time to perform its transformative work. The market, in its wisdom, consistently rewards patient discipline far more handsomely than fleeting timing. Owning physical property also provides an inherent, crucial advantage. It allows you to control something that effectively keeps pace with, or often outstrips, the insidious effects of inflation. When general prices inevitably rise, so too does the intrinsic value of your property, and consequently, the rental income it is capable of generating. Inflation is the silent, pervasive tax that relentlessly erodes the purchasing power of your diligently accumulated savings. Real estate, however, serves as a powerful bulwark fighting back against this erosion. It functions as a living, breathing hedge against economic uncertainty. It reliably compensates you on a monthly basis, consistently appreciates in value year after year, and possesses the remarkable capacity to be passed down through multiple generations, forming a lasting legacy. The ultimate objective is not to engage in speculative house flipping for rapid short-term profits, but rather to patiently hold properties that consistently produce steady, reliable cash flow. Every rental payment you receive represents a tangible step closer to genuine financial independence. Every parcel of land you possess is, in its essence, a physical embodiment of freedom. Gold, conversely, stands as the timeless, venerable protector of intrinsic value. For millennia it has served as the universally understood language of wealth. Governments rise and fall, national currencies inevitably lose their purchasing power, but physical gold, with remarkable consistency, retains its intrinsic worth. It is not intended to magically enrich you overnight. Its primary, profound purpose is to diligently preserve the wealth you have painstakingly accumulated. In times of profound economic crisis, geopolitical upheaval, or market turbulence, individuals instinctively gravitate towards gold, not away from it. It steadfastly maintains its value when stock markets precipitously collapse, when inflationary pressures relentlessly surge, and when pervasive uncertainty shakes the very foundations of the world's financial systems. Owning a tangible allocation of physical gold, or strategically investing in gold exchange-traded funds (ETFs), injects crucial balance and resilience into your overall portfolio. It functions as your ultimate insurance policy against the unpredictable forces of volatility and chaos. You do not require kilograms of it to be effective. Even a modest, judicious allocation in gold possesses the remarkable capacity to safeguard the rest of your assets from severe erosion. Gold, in its very essence, teaches the virtues of patience and disciplined foresight. It is not an asset for the impulsive gambler. It is the unwavering safeguard of the prudent investor. Dividend-paying stocks represent another powerful manifestation of a real asset, precisely because they are specifically designed to generate ongoing income without necessitating the sale of the underlying shares. These stocks are your diligent, tireless soldiers operating within the dynamic marketplace, shares in companies actively working on your behalf, reliably distributing a portion of their profits to you, even as you sleep soundly. Imagine possessing a fractional ownership in an iconic global company, such as a major beverage corporation or a leading pharmaceutical giant, where millions of people across the globe consistently purchase their products every single day. Every sale, every transaction, every product purchased contributes a tiny fraction to your burgeoning wealth. Dividends serve as tangible proof that you own something of genuine, enduring value. You are not merely engaging in a speculative gamble on future growth. You are actively earning a consistent income derived from fundamental corporate stability and profitability. Crucially, systematically reinvest those dividends, and they will, through the relentless power of compounding, multiply exponentially. Over an extended period, this seemingly small snowball of reinvested income becomes an unstoppable, self-propelling force of wealth accumulation. Most individuals, regrettably, profoundly underestimate the transformative potential of consistent, disciplined investing. They idly await the elusive perfect time to strategically enter the market, often resulting in complete inaction. The fundamental truth is that this passive waiting is an insidious killer of nascent wealth. The optimal time to have initiated your investments was yesterday. The second best, and equally critical, time is unequivocally today. Start small by all means, but start now. With the advent of modern investment platforms that facilitate fractional share ownership, virtually anyone with even an average income can realistically commence constructing a robust dividend portfolio. The genuine magic inherent in this process lies not in the initial magnitude of your investment, but rather in the unwavering discipline you steadfastly maintain. Automate your investments to remove emotional bias. Consciously ignore the fleeting noise of short-term market fluctuations and patiently observe your portfolio's exponential growth over a period of many years. Every single dividend payment you receive is not merely an influx of money. It is a powerful, tangible affirmation that your diligently acquired assets are working tirelessly, far harder and more consistently than you ever could through your individual labor. The most successful investors universally comprehend one immutable law: ownership unequivocally equals power. When you possess a diversified portfolio of assets that reliably generate consistent cash flow, You are no longer precariously dependent on a single paycheck. You are no longer capriciously at the mercy of inflationary pressures or the arbitrary decisions of employers. You are instead the architect and sustained proprietor of your own robust financial ecosystem. Real assets are not merely about the accumulation of money. They are, at their profound core, about the liberation of freedom. They empower you to consciously design and live your life on your own terms rather than perpetually subjugating yourself to someone else's dictates. Building assets, it is true, requires an investment of time. However, every single step you take compounds exponentially into something truly extraordinary. The individual who judiciously acquires a single rental property today possesses the inherent potential to preside over an expansive real estate empire tomorrow. The woman who consistently invests in dividend stocks on a monthly basis can meticulously construct a resilient, lifetime income stream. The family that prudently saves a portion of their wealth in physical gold during prosperous times will never succumb to debilitating fear during periods of economic adversity. When you strategically invest in real assets, you are in essence diligently constructing your own impervious fortress of financial stability. This fortress serves to robustly protect you from the inevitable economic storms, unpredictable market crashes, and the insidious erosion of inflation. It bestows upon you an invaluable sense of peace of mind, precisely because your meticulously accumulated wealth is securely anchored in something profoundly real and enduring. The world can relentlessly digitize, rapidly evolve, and constantly innovate. However, tangible value in its purest form never truly disappears. People will, without exception, always require homes and shelter. Companies, if they are to endure, will always judiciously compensate their shareholders, and physical gold, with its timeless allure, will always retain its inherent shine. Do not, under any circumstance, be swayed by fleeting trends or by the seductive siren calls of promises for fast money. Instead, maintain an unwavering focus on acquiring assets that possess the inherent capacity to outlive mere hype and transient fads. Real estate, physical gold, and meticulously selected dividend stocks also possess the remarkable quality of complementing each other with synergistic perfection. Real estate diligently provides you with reliable monthly cash flow and consistent appreciation in value. Dividend stocks offer the crucial advantages of liquidity and consistent growth potential. Gold, in its unique capacity, provides robust protection and invaluable stability, particularly during times of market turbulence. United, these three asset classes form a powerful, balanced wealth triangle that is designed to perform resiliently in virtually any economic climate. When one asset class inevitably encounters challenges, the other two typically stand strong, providing a crucial counterbalance. This precisely is how genuine, enduring wealth is meticulously constructed through strategic diversification, unwavering patience, and a far-reaching, long-term vision. If your current income is average, do not permit that circumstance to serve as an impediment to your financial aspirations. The modern financial world now generously provides you with an array of sophisticated tools that your grandparents could only have dreamed of. You possess the capacity to acquire a fractional share of a high-value stock, to own shares in globally distributed real estate ventures, or to instantaneously save in digital gold. The historical barriers to entry have largely dissolved. What now remains is exclusively your discipline and your decisive action. Replace habitual consumption with strategic investment. Every single dollar you needlessly expend on transient possessions that inevitably depreciate in value could have, with strategic redirection, been the genesis of something profoundly enduring, something that will reliably pay you forever. Cultivate the invaluable habit of systematically redirecting money away from the domain of liabilities and into the fertile ground of assets. Cease the self-defeating practice of financing your future debt and instead commence the empowering act of funding your future wealth. The game of wealth is fundamentally simple, yet it is undeniably not easy. The vast majority of individuals fail not because they genuinely lack opportunity, but rather because they critically lack the unwavering patience required for long-term success. They prematurely sell their valuable assets. They relentlessly chase ephemeral hype and fleeting trends. They succumb to debilitating fear in the face of temporary market declines. The truly wise investor possesses a profound understanding that markets, by their very nature, move in predictable cycles, but genuine, intrinsic value, once acquired, enduringly remains. When you steadfastly hold quality assets for a sufficiently extended period, they will, with absolute certainty, generously reward your patience and foresight. Wealth is not miraculously built in a matter of days, it is painstakingly constructed over decades. The slow, methodical, and consistently disciplined investor invariably outperforms the impulsive, impatient speculator. Real assets possess the transformative power to fundamentally change your life. They transmute raw effort into genuine financial independence. They empower you to liberate yourself from the incessant need to work for money and instead initiate the profound process of having your money diligently work for you. You begin to think in an entirely different paradigm. You cease asking how much something costs and instead pivot to asking how much it demonstrably earns. You shed the debilitating fear of inflation because your strategically acquired assets consistently grow faster than prices relentlessly rise. You cease worrying about the next inevitable recession because you wisely own things that people will, without exception, always fundamentally need. This, my friends, is the unequivocal mindset of genuine wealth builders. Don't wait to buy real estate. Buy real estate and wait. This powerful quote transcends mere financial advice. It embodies a profound philosophy. It serves as a potent reminder that time is, without question, your most formidable and benevolent ally in the pursuit of wealth. Every single day your assets exist, they diligently grow, they consistently pay, and they powerfully compound. The sooner you courageously embark on this journey, the sooner you will definitively escape the gravitational pull of financial constraint. Building real assets is not a glamorous endeavor, but it is undeniably powerful. It is a slow, methodical process, but it is undeniably certain in its outcome. It is the well-trodden path that the genuinely wealthy have walked for centuries, and it remains, unequivocally, open to anyone who possesses the audacious courage to begin. The Internet, in its vast and ever-expanding complexity, stands as the single greatest wealth-building tool in human history. If you possess the wisdom and discipline to wield it wisely. It is the ultimate equalizer of our time. It cares not for your birthplace, your starting capital, or the prestigious degrees you may hold. It rewards only those who consistently produce measurable value, ingeniously solve pervasive problems, and steadfastly show up with unwavering consistency. In this new, electrifying era, genuine wealth is no longer exclusively confined within the hallowed walls of monolithic corporations or guarded by the gilded gates of the elite. The modern empire, An empire of unprecedented scale and influence is meticulously constructed on pixels, strategically deployed platforms, and an unwavering sense of purpose. This, my friends, is the age of digital assets, the invisible, tireless machines that diligently generate income for you, even as you sleep. They represent your single greatest opportunity to escape the gravitational pull of financial limitation and to consciously design a life of absolute, unbridled freedom. The modern millionaire no longer needs to possess sprawling factories or towering skyscrapers. Their true dominion lies in the ownership of intelligent systems, valuable data, and, most crucially, the sustained attention of an engaged audience. The digital landscape is, in essence, your new frontier of real estate. And every single piece of compelling content you create, every meticulously designed website you launch, every impactful online course you develop, every valuable email list you cultivate, and every automated e-commerce store you build represents a fertile plot of digital land. This digital land possesses the remarkable capacity to appreciate in value and generate continuous, reliable revenue, potentially forever. The profound secret to constructing digital assets that will reliably pay you for eternity resides in the strategic application of leverage. You must skillfully leverage your finite time, your accumulated knowledge, and your boundless creativity through intelligently designed, scalable systems. When you painstakingly write a compelling ebook, meticulously record an insightful online course, or ingeniously craft a valuable digital product, you perform the core work once. Yet the resultant returns possess the extraordinary potential to continue flowing endlessly. This, precisely, is the unparalleled power of scalability. Your initial output, the foundational effort, remains fixed. However, your potential reach, your ability to impact a global audience, multiplies infinitely. The antiquated model of linearly trading your precious time for a direct monetary compensation is, in this new paradigm, fundamentally obsolete. You possess only a finite number of hours in a day. However, a single, impactful video, a comprehensive online course, or a robust digital brand possesses the remarkable capacity to diligently work for you every single hour of every single day, across every single global time zone. When you truly grasp this profound concept, your entire mindset undergoes a radical transformation, shifting from merely earning money to consciously building engines of enduring wealth. The very first, critical step towards constructing robust digital assets is achieving crystal clear clarity. You must unequivocally decide what specific problem will you authentically solve, what unique value will you consistently create, and precisely whom will you diligently serve. Every genuinely profitable digital asset has its genesis in a profound commitment to service. It's an unwavering dedication to making someone's life demonstrably easier, unequivocally better, or significantly more efficient. Whether your aim is to impart a valuable skill, to captivate and entertain a vast audience, or to offer an innovative tool that saves precious time, the consistent delivery of genuine value forms the unshakable foundation of all digital wealth. Far too many individuals mistakenly pursue the elusive chase for money without first mastering the art of delivering profound value. But in the dynamic digital world, sustained income is an inevitable byproduct of exceptional usefulness. If you meticulously construct something that genuinely and profoundly helps others, the market will, with absolute certainty, reward you handsomely with its most precious commodities, sustained attention, unwavering trust, and reliable income. The second crucial step is decisive creation. This, regrettably, is where the majority of aspiring builders falter, precisely because genuine creation demands an unwavering commitment to consistency, a formidable amount of courage, and an abundance of resolute patience. You must cultivate the willingness to diligently produce content or products before you anticipate significant profit. Take the audacious leap, create your innovative ebook, meticulously record your insightful course, diligently build your functional website, courageously launch your unique YouTube channel, resolutely start your promising online business. Be absolutely prepared for the initial versions to be imperfect, perhaps even rough around the edges. But internalize this truth: perfection is the insidious enemy of tangible progress. Every colossal digital empire commenced its journey as a deceptively simple idea, meticulously executed with unshakable determination. The individuals who ultimately triumph are not necessarily the most inherently talented. They are, without question, the most persistently consistent. They diligently build, they relentlessly test, they sagaciously adjust, and they perpetually keep moving forward, brick by digital brick. Every post you publish, every product you launch, every email you send, represents a vital brick in the evolving foundation of your digital domain. Over the inexorable march of time, these individual bricks gradually coalesce into sturdy walls. Those walls progressively transform into robust structures, and those structures, in their magnificent culmination, become self-sustaining wealth systems. The third transformative step is strategic automation. This, my friends, is the genuine magic that transmutes raw effort into profound freedom. When you diligently automate your processes, you systematically eliminate the incessant demand for constant, manual labor and, in its place, meticulously construct systems that operate with elegant independence. You possess the capacity to automate your sales funnels through sophisticated digital sequences. You can streamline your content distribution with intelligent scheduling tools. You can enhance customer communication with responsive chatbots. And you can effortlessly automate payment collection through efficient e-commerce platforms. Imagine for a moment possessing a business that autonomously handles sales, efficiently delivers its products or services, and reliably collects income, all while you are peacefully asleep or joyfully spending invaluable time with your cherished family. This is not a fanciful dream. It is the undeniable, tangible outcome of intelligent, meticulous system design. The ultimate goal is not to ceaselessly work harder. It is to strategically work once, with profound intention, and then empower cutting-edge technology to handle all the repetitive, labor-intensive tasks. The Internet, in its boundless capacity, grants you the extraordinary power to infinitely replicate your presence and your value through the ingenious application of automation. The fourth crucial step is relentless scalability. Once your meticulously designed system demonstrably functions effectively for, say, 10 individuals, your immediate objective is to strategically expand its capacity to serve 1,000, then 10,000 and beyond. This, precisely, is the inflection point where digital assets transcend mere income sources and become truly unstoppable engines of wealth. Utilize the expansive reach of social media, the targeted precision of email marketing, the amplification power of paid advertisements, and the synergistic potential of strategic partnerships to exponentially broaden your audience and impact. Every additional person you successfully serve multiplies your overall results, without requiring a corresponding multiplication of your personal effort. A single, well-crafted video possesses the inherent capacity to reach millions of viewers globally. A comprehensive online course can simultaneously serve thousands of eager students, all without additional direct oversight. A sophisticated software tool can be downloaded and utilized by users across the globe with virtually no incremental cost per user. This, fundamentally, is why digital wealth compounds at an astronomically faster rate than traditional business models, because technology, by its very nature, systematically dismantles conventional limitations. When you master the art and science of scalability, your meticulously constructed assets transform from reliable income sources into powerful, self-sustaining wealth machines. The fifth and equally vital step is astute diversification. Never, under any circumstances, allow yourself to become entirely reliant on a singular platform or a solitary income stream. Instead, proactively construct a robust portfolio of interconnected digital assets that synergistically work in concert. If one particular asset or platform encounters unforeseen challenges or experiences a downturn, the resilience of your other assets ensures your financial security remains intact. You might, for example, possess a dynamic YouTube channel that consistently drives targeted traffic to your premium online course, which is expertly sold through your meticulously designed website, which, in turn, strategically collects valuable leads for your burgeoning email list, which then actively promotes your latest ebook, which ultimately funnels enthusiastic prospects back to your main brand ecosystem. Each individual asset within this integrated structure diligently feeds the others, forming a self-reinforcing ecosystem that grows exponentially stronger and more resilient with the passage of time. The Internet, in its inherent dynamism, changes with remarkable swiftness. Algorithms frequently shift, transient trends inevitably fade, and even once dominant platforms can eventually decline. However, if you diversify your digital assets with strategic foresight, your accumulated wealth remains robustly protected, and your overarching influence continues to expand. The next critical element, unequivocally, is the cultivation of a powerful personal brand. In this digital age, people are increasingly less inclined to purchase solely from faceless companies. They are, instead, drawn to and purchase from authentic personalities they implicitly trust. Your name, your unique story, and your unwavering authenticity are, without question, your most potent digital assets. Be genuinely real, maintain unflinching consistency, and perpetually provide immense value. Unapologetically show your audience precisely who you are and what core principles you passionately stand for. People fundamentally gravitate towards clarity, not confusion. When you diligently cultivate and build genuine trust with your audience, they organically transform into your greatest asset, and they will enthusiastically support virtually everything you create and offer. Build a robust email list, actively engage with your burgeoning community, and conscientiously treat every single follower as the beginning of a profound, long-term relationship rather than merely a fleeting, short-term sale. The stronger and more authentic your personal brand becomes, the easier it will be to successfully launch new products, attract synergistic collaborations, and exponentially scale your income streams. Digital wealth building also demands an unwavering commitment to discipline. The Internet, with its vastness, is undeniably replete with countless distractions, but genuine wealth builders maintain an unwavering focus on decisive execution. They approach their online ventures with the gravity and strategic planning typically reserved for traditional businesses, establishing clear schedules, setting measurable goals, and diligently tracking their progress. They meticulously analyze data, refine their strategies with agility, and adapt quickly to evolving circumstances. They intuitively grasp that consistency compounds into something truly powerful. One video uploaded per week becomes 52 impactful videos per year. One valuable product launched per quarter evolves into a diversified portfolio of lucrative assets. The most profound results in the digital realm rarely manifest overnight, but they accumulate with breathtaking power and inevitability over time. Success in the digital world is not a matter of capricious luck. It is unequivocally persistent effort, relentlessly multiplied by the passage of time. Continuous education is yet another form of invaluable digital asset. The more knowledge you acquire, the greater your earning potential becomes. Diligently study the intricate arts of marketing, the persuasive power of copywriting, the efficiency of automation tools, and the architecture of digital systems. The digital economy is characterized by its relentless pace of change, and remaining ignorant in this environment is an exorbitantly expensive luxury. The individuals who consistently achieve success are those who embrace lifelong learning. They proactively adapt to new platforms, new algorithmic shifts, and emerging opportunities with agility. The financial cost of investing in your own education is negligible when compared to the profound, debilitating cost of remaining stagnant and stuck. Every new skill you assiduously acquire permanently increases your earning power. In this contemporary economy, digital literacy is, without question, synonymous with financial literacy. One of the most insidious falsehoods people mistakenly believe is that the pursuit of digital wealth is exclusively reserved for highly specialized tech experts. This is demonstrably false. Anyone, regardless of their background or technical proficiency, possesses the capacity to begin. You can record high-quality videos using nothing more than your smartphone. You can design professional-looking ebooks with readily available free tools. You can launch and sell products utilizing ready-made templates and platforms. The traditional barriers to entry have largely vanished. The only remaining significant barrier is, once again, your own mindset. Cease the unproductive waiting for perfect conditions. They will, I assure you, never materialize. The Internet generously rewards those who courageously start, diligently learn, and consistently improve their craft in public view. Every single great creator you admire online once commenced their journey in obscurity, unknown and uncelebrated. The profound difference between them and those who never truly begin is simply this: they did not quit. As your digital assets inevitably grow and flourish, internalize this fundamental truth: cash flow is king, but enduring ownership is the crown jewel. The ultimate objective is not to chase fleeting, temporary trends, but rather to meticulously construct permanent, self-sustaining systems. The ever-shifting algorithm may indeed change its directives, but a loyal, engaged audience and genuinely valuable content never lose their inherent power or influence. Maintain an unwavering focus on building long-term assets: your personally owned website, your diligently cultivated email list, your unique intellectual property. Relentlessly own what you create. Platforms, by their very nature, possess the power to ban accounts, but no entity can ever delete your fundamental ownership of your creations. Therefore, diligently construct digital structures that stand firm on your terms, not on the ephemeral dictates of third-party platforms. Finally, understand that the pursuit of genuine wealth creation is not, at its core, about insatiable greed. It is, profoundly, about the pursuit of absolute freedom. Digital assets bestow upon you an unparalleled degree of control over your precious time, your desired location, and your personal life choices. They empower you to proactively design your life rather than merely passively enduring it. You gain the extraordinary ability to live anywhere your heart desires, to work at any time that suits your rhythm, and to earn income continuously without geographical or temporal constraints. This, my friends, is the authentic, liberating definition of freedom. When you harness the immense power of the internet with profound purpose and strategic intelligence, you transform it from a mere source of distraction into a powerful vehicle for your personal destiny. The new age of wealth creation belongs unequivocally to those who possess the audacious courage to build. It belongs to those who possess the visionary foresight to perceive boundless opportunity where others perceive only fleeting entertainment. The very screen you hold in your hand can serve as either a passive tool of consumption or a powerful weapon of creation. The choice irrevocably is yours. Every single post you publish, every product you launch, every innovative idea you cultivate possesses the inherent potential to become a lasting, reliable source of income, provided you approach it with unwavering strategy and unyielding consistency. The internet is not merely for endless scrolling. It is for exponential scaling. Therefore, diligently build your empire, one meticulously crafted asset at a time. Because when your strategically built digital systems finally begin to tirelessly work for you, you will, at long last, truly experience what genuine wealth unequivocally feels like: freedom without permission, consistent income without direct labor, and boundless impact without imposed limits. This precisely is the quintessential essence of modern prosperity. This, unequivocally, is how you construct assets that will pay you forever. I used to believe that building wealth was the finish line. The moment you hit a certain number, you were done. But my journey, and the journeys of countless others, revealed a profound truth: wealth is not merely what you accumulate, it's what you meticulously keep, strategically grow, and purposefully pass on. True wealth is rarely built within a single lifetime. It is preserved, methodically expanded, and judiciously handed down by those who grasp the complete, cyclical process of creation, vigilant protection, and continuous reinvention. The raw act of building assets, as we've explored, is only the crucial first step. The true litmus test of financial mastery begins when you internalize how to fiercely protect what you've earned, how to grow it with strategic foresight, and crucially, how to ensure it possesses the resilience to outlive your own time. Protection is not a manifestation of fear, it is the embodiment of disciplined foresight. Every empire, every fortune that has ever collapsed, did so not because it inherently lacked initial strength. It crumbled because it lacked diligent protection and continuous adaptation. The identical principle applies with unforgiving precision to your burgeoning financial empire. You must intentionally become the vigilant guardian of your wealth, the visionary strategist of your legacy, and the relentless innovator who ensures your assets remain vibrantly alive through every conceivable storm, every economic downturn, and every passing season of change. Your primary mission is unequivocal protection. Wealth devoid of a robust defense mechanism is an open, irresistible invitation for loss. Safeguarding your assets commences with an intimate understanding of the legal and financial frameworks that govern them. Diligently educate yourself about the legal structures designed to secure your wealth, trusts, wills, corporate entities, and astute tax strategies. The truly wealthy do not endeavor to conceal their money. Instead, they meticulously organize it. They engage in the financial game by its established rules, but they possess a deeper, more nuanced understanding of those rules than virtually anyone else. Asset protection is not exclusively reserved for the ultra-affluent. Even if your portfolio includes a modest small business, a single piece of property, or valuable intellectual property existing online, you are ethically obligated to shield it from unnecessary and avoidable risks. This unequivocally means systematically separating your personal and business finances, ensuring your critical investments are appropriately insured, and erecting a robust legal wall around everything you have painstakingly built. Every dollar that remains unprotected is, in essence, a dollar exposed to the capriciousness of chance. And chance, let me assure you, is unequivocally not a viable wealth strategy. Once you have diligently constructed your protective shield, you must cultivate the invaluable capacity to adapt with agility. The world, as we witness daily, is transforming at an unprecedented, accelerating pace. Technology continuously evolves, global economies shift with unpredictable currents, national currencies fluctuate with dizzying speed, and markets relentlessly reinvent themselves. What proved effective yesterday might, with alarming suddenness, prove utterly ineffectual tomorrow. Genuine financial freedom is the exclusive domain of those who remain perpetually informed, inherently flexible, and decisively proactive. Reinvention, in this context, signifies the continuous evolution of your assets to maintain their relevance and profitability. If you possess a portfolio of rental properties, proactively explore emerging opportunities in short-term rentals or the nascent field of digital real estate. If you operate a thriving online business, diligently adapt to new platforms, evolving consumer behaviors, and emerging marketing channels. If you invest in stocks, ensure your portfolio is judiciously diversified across diverse industries, varied geographical regions, and different asset classes. Never, under any circumstances, cling to the deceptive comfort of what asterisk used asterisk to work. The single greatest threat to accumulated wealth is insidious stagnation. Adaptation is not merely about survival, it is profoundly about consistently staying one decisive step ahead of change and ingeniously harnessing its forces to your distinct advantage. Innovation, let me be clear, is the indispensable fuel that perpetually keeps your wealth vibrantly alive. The wealthiest individuals on our planet are not merely passive protectors of existing capital. They are, first and foremost, proactive creators of new opportunities. They incessantly pose the transformative question, from precisely where will the next significant wave of growth emanate? Reinvention does not mandate the abandonment of what you have painstakingly built. It signifies the proactive discovery of novel, ingenious methods to propel its continued growth. Strategically reinvest your profits into innovation, whether this translates into acquiring new, cutting-edge skills, boldly exploring uncharted markets, or providing crucial funding to emerging, disruptive technologies. The money you diligently earn should never be permitted to rest idly. It must continuously multiply itself. Every single dollar you possess is a seed, and if you plant it with meticulous care and strategic foresight, it will continue to bear abundant fruit long after your own physical presence has departed. Empower your capital to work far harder and more enduringly than you ever could through your individual labor. However, the diligent acts of protection and innovation are utterly meaningless without the overarching framework of legacy. Legacy is not primarily about ego or personal pride. It is, at its profound core, about purpose. It serves as the indelible bridge spanning the duration of your individual lifetime and the vast expanse of eternity. True wealth is ultimately measured by what continues to flourish and grow in your deliberate absence. The assets you painstakingly construct should not merely serve your immediate needs and desires, but must also possess the inherent capacity to empower and enrich future generations. A genuine legacy is not confined solely to monetary bequests. It is, perhaps more crucially, a transmission of wisdom, a framework of proven systems, and a set of deeply ingrained values. If you bequeath wealth without diligently imparting the essential knowledge of how to preserve and grow it, you are, in essence, leaving behind a ticking financial time bomb. The successful creation and perpetuation of generational wealth demand the conscientious transfer of generational knowledge. Educate your family members, your children, or your chosen beneficiaries on the fundamental principles of how money truly functions. Demonstrate to them, through both word and example, how to intelligently invest, how to consistently save, how to undertake calculated risks with discernment, and how to cultivate a steadfast, long-term perspective. Your most powerful legacy is not primarily what you physically give them. It is, far more significantly, what you empower and teach them to create and sustain for themselves. Building a truly lasting legacy also necessitates the formalization of your intentions. Create a robust living trust, meticulously draft a comprehensive will, and thoughtfully establish a detailed succession plan. Wealth devoid of a clear, guiding structure inevitably devolves into chaos. The intricate process of passing on your assets must be profoundly intentional and meticulously strategic. Diligently protect your heirs from potentially devastating legal battles, crippling tax burdens, and debilitating confusion by designing an unambiguous roadmap for how your accumulated wealth should be judiciously managed and purposefully distributed after your time. Conceptualize your wealth not as a static entity, but as a vibrant, living organism. It inherently requires clear direction and nurturing to continue its thriving existence. The financial systems you meticulously leave behind should be designed to function autonomously without your continuous presence, generating enduring value, creating positive impact, and fostering boundless opportunity for all who come after you. You must also grasp the profound truth that protection is not solely external. It is equally, if not more, internal. Fiercely protect your mindset. The insidious forces of greed, irrational fear, and blinding ignorance are the most formidable enemies of enduring wealth. The very moment you fall prey to the delusion that you possess all necessary knowledge, your capacity for growth abruptly ceases. Cultivate the profound humility to remain a lifelong learner and the unwavering discipline to consistently act with reasoned judgment rather than being swayed by transient emotion. Genuine financial freedom is not miraculously achieved through sheer luck. It is diligently maintained through a commitment to continuous education and relentless self-awareness. Immerse yourself in insightful books, meticulously follow market trends, and actively seek out mentors who consistently challenge your conventional thinking. The more profoundly you comprehend the intricate dynamics of how money moves and flows, the greater the degree of control you will possess over its ultimate direction. Reinvention, too, originates within the confines of the mind. You must perpetually upgrade your perspective to remain aligned with the relentless evolution of the world around you. Consistently ask yourself, with brutal honesty, are my current investments and strategies genuinely aligned with the trajectory of where the world is undeniably heading, or am I still clinging desperately to the comfort of where it once was? Adaptation demands immense courage. It necessitates that you willingly relinquish outdated models and boldly embrace the exhilarating, yet often uncertain, unknown. Every significant financial evolution has its genesis in a preceding mental revolution. The individuals who consistently remain relevant and prosperous are precisely those who cultivate an insatiable, lifelong curiosity. When contemplating your legacy, engrave this truth deeply into your consciousness: what you purposefully pass on holds far greater power and significance than merely what you accumulate for yourself. The ultimate objective is not to die rich in monetary terms. It is to live richly, in every sense of the word, and to deliberately leave behind a meticulously constructed structure that possesses the inherent capacity to continue growing and creating value far beyond your own lifetime. This profoundly implies that your accumulated wealth should not perish with you. It should, instead, dynamically evolve and expand beyond you. You are not merely building for your personal comfort or immediate gratification. You are meticulously building for enduring continuity. You are consciously creating a vibrant ecosystem that reliably generates prosperity and opportunity without requiring your daily, direct effort. That, my friends, is the true liberating meaning of freedom. Therefore, diligently protect your wealth by rendering it largely invisible to the disruptive forces of chaos, yet vibrantly visible to the boundless opportunities that constantly emerge. Reinvent it by cultivating an insatiable hunger for knowledge, an unwavering creative spirit, and an inherent flexibility to adapt. Pass it on by profoundly embedding your hard-won knowledge, your unwavering discipline, and your core principles into the hearts and minds of those who will eventually inherit it. A true, enduring legacy is not merely a lavish mansion or a vast investment portfolio. It is, far more profoundly, a resilient mindset that courageously endures and thrives through multiple generations. When you master the interwoven arts of protection, reinvention, and legacy, your meticulously cultivated assets no longer remain precariously dependent on the arbitrary passage of time or the vagaries of circumstance. They transcend into the realm of the eternal. Understand with absolute clarity that wealth is, in its essence, a powerful form of energy. It gracefully flows where it is consistently respected, strategically multiplied, and vigilantly guarded. Every single decision you make concerning your money transmits a powerful, unmistakable signal to your future self. Therefore, protect it with the unyielding strength of a fortress. Cultivate it with the meticulous care and boundless patience of a thriving garden. And purposefully pass it on, not as a mere obligation, but as a sacred, transformative gift. Genuine financial freedom is not the ultimate end goal. It is, instead, the profound beginning of a lifelong responsibility. The more you possess, the greater your imperative to diligently protect it and purposefully distribute its benefits. So, build with profound wisdom, protect with unwavering ferocity, and innovate with relentless consistency. Do not permit complacency or self-satisfaction to insidiously rob you of the fortune you have painstakingly worked so hard to create. The true, enduring reward is not the money itself. It is the invaluable control, the profound peace, and the empowering capacity to leave behind something genuinely meaningful and impactful. Remember this, always wealth is not merely what you earn. It is what you meticulously keep, what you assiduously grow, and what you purposefully pass on. The assets you diligently construct today should not only finance your most cherished dreams, but should also serve to powerfully fuel the dreams and aspirations of all who will come after you. Protect them fiercely, reinvent them dynamically, and most importantly, pass them on with intention and wisdom. This, unequivocally, is how you construct assets that will pay you forever. We've journeyed through the architecture of autonomy, peeling back the layers of conventional wisdom to reveal a deeper, more liberating truth. We've unmasked the illusion of effort, understood the true north of value, and realized that our starting point is merely a seed, not a destiny. We've explored how our unique skills can be transformed from fleeting labor into enduring systems, how tangible foundations like property and gold anchor our stability, and how the digital canvas offers an unprecedented opportunity to build a new kind of empire. Finally, we've learned that true mastery lies not just in accumulation, but in the continuum of protection, evolution, and legacy. This isn't just an audiobook, it's an invitation to a different way of living, a call to step off the treadmill and begin designing a life where your time is your own, where your energy is directed toward creation, and where your future is built on an unshakable foundation of assets that work for you, not against you. The wisdom of the ages echoes the truth we've uncovered. The truest wealth isn't measured by what you possess, but by the hours of your life you reclaim. Now, it's time for you to become the architect of your own autonomy. You have the blueprints. You have the understanding. The question is, what will you build? Here's your challenge, your first step into this new paradigm. First, choose *1 concept from this audiobook that resonated most deeply with you. Perhaps it's identifying a liability you'll eliminate or a skill you'll finally package. Maybe it's initiating a tiny, consistent investment. Second, for those of you listening on a platform where it's possible, share that insight. If you're on YouTube, leave a comment detailing the *1 asset you're committing to build or the *1 financial habit you're changing today. Let's create a digital tapestry of builders, inspiring each other to action. Third, and perhaps most importantly, commit to consistency. This journey isn't about grand gestures, it's about small, disciplined steps repeated with unwavering faith. If this journey has sparked a fire within you, share this audiobook with just one person who needs to hear this message. One friend, one family member, one colleague. Be the catalyst for their awakening, and together we can cultivate a community of architects, designing lives of purpose, freedom, and enduring wealth. The future of your freedom isn't waiting for you. It's waiting for you to build it. Start today. Your time, your freedom, your legacy depend on it.